Hello again.
Hi.
All right, we are on session 2, day 2 of understanding of different units of length. So again, we're going to look at inches versus feet and yards and centimeters and meters. So we're going to put all that together. Everything you know, this is going to be short and sweet because you guys are so super smart and I know you have this. So our first question asks, use a ruler to measure the length of the paper clip in inches and in centimeters. So again, this is where you would get your ruler out. Remember, if you don't have one, that you're using your pinky or a quarter, right? And measuring from there. And it's okay if it's not exact, we understand. Okay, but we really need to get in the practice of if we have a ruler that we're using that to measure. So we're going to put it up on the screen and we're going to measure this really quick, which is what we would do here at school if we were here. And then we're going to see how many inches long.
So I'm just going to measure the paper really quick because it's not the same size on the screen. But if we use the inches side, it is showing that this paper clip is 2 inches long. Now we need to turn our ruler to the other side because it wants us to measure in centimeters. So if we measure the centimeters, the paper clip is about 5 centimeters long.
Yep.
So again, look at this though. Are there more inches or are there more centimeters?
Which one? 2 or 5?
5.
There's definitely 5.
So centimeters are smaller units of measurement, so it takes more to measure the same object. Inches are bigger, so it takes fewer inches to measure the same object. Okay, we're going to do it again, except this time we're going to measure the leaf. So we've seen this leaf before, haven't we? It was in last week's stuff. We're again going to use the inches side first. I'm going to put it up to the board. And I'm going to measure from the tip to the other tip. It looks about 3 inches long. Okay, so I have a question. Oops, sorry about that. If I measure this in inches and I know that it's 3 inches long, do you think we're going to have more inches or more centimeters?
Well, if we think about back to the paper clip, we had more centimeters than we had inches. So I would say there'll be more centimeters because it's smaller.
Let's test her prediction now. I'm going to measure it from the tip to the tip. Ooh, she's correct. It is 8 centimeters long. Yay! Okay, now we have to circle the object that is longer. And then the question asks us, would it take fewer erasers or fewer buttons to measure the length of your pencil? So take a look. Is this longer than a button, or is a button longer than the eraser? This should be pretty easy if you just look at it. What do you think, Mrs. Walker?
It has to be the eraser.
That's right. So you would circle the eraser. The eraser is longer. Now, which one would it take fewer of? So which one would it be? How would you word it? You want to measure your pencil.
Yes.
So if you're measuring your pencil, would you need fewer erasers to measure to the tip of your pencil or fewer buttons to measure to the tip of your pencil?
Well, since we already figured out that the eraser is longer, it's going to take fewer erasers to measure than it is buttons because we're going to need more buttons because they're short. So if we actually had that, we could actually measure with an eraser and buttons, and we would actually see that if we were doing that.
Perfect. All right.
All right. Now it says if you measure the length of your math book, okay, so you don't have your math book.
Or even just your math paper.
Just your math paper. Will it take more inches or more centimeters, and why?
You should see a pattern by now.
We've measured. We've circled.
Okay. What's it going to take?
It's going to take more centimeters because centimeters are smaller. And remember, we need that because it's the Y. Awesome. Very good.
All right, let's look at this last one. Use a ruler. Measure the marker below in inches and in centimeters. Then circle the one you needed more of.
Okay.
Okay, so Mrs. Walker.
So again, if we put it up here, we have to find the inches side first, or you could do centimeters, but since inches comes first, we'll do that. We put it up here, and it looks like 4 inches.
Okay.
And I flip my ruler over.
Make a prediction. Which one do you think it's going to be more of?
Centimeters. 10 centimeters.
Okay, she said there's going to be more centimeters than inches. She is correct.
And then
10 is more than 4, right? Because centimeters are smaller, it's going to take more centimeters to measure this object than it would inches because inches are larger. That's it for today.
All right, so look at make sure you do your green page, page 545 and 546. It should be easy. Make sure when you see that word why, you put because.
And pay attention to whether you're measuring in inches or centimeters. That's the key.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Bye.